Thank you for tuning to Small's Instagram. Make sure you click the link in the bio. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. So, just wanted to give my 2 cents on the whole little DaBaby fiasco. And I think they both definitely have some fault in this situation or whatever they're going through. But one thing that I can say that I think that us black men definitely have an issue with is communication. And I would say that, black women, they have issues with communication too. But I would say black men, we have a lot of issues with communication because we have a lot of issues with expressing our feelings and expressing how we feel. But on top of that, what I want to say is that a lot of times, we meet a woman and, we digging her, she digging us. We feeling her, she feeling us. We may say some shit that, we feeling at the time because we caught up in the lust or the infatuation or whatever you want to call it. And then once that shit is gone, once that lust and infatuation and all that is gone, a lot of times as a man, that's what we was there for. And unfortunately, sometimes, kids are made, as well as, women get hurt. And they get hurt a lot. Their pain, in my opinion, is definitely a lot more than our pain, especially when it comes to us hurting them. Now, I'm not saying women don't hurt us because women hurt us all the time, but I feel like a lot of times, and I guess we could say it's the same thing with women and men. The reason why men, go crazy and do all these, crazy things to women is because they feel some type of way about that woman. And then a lot of times that woman has given off and, made that man feel that way. And it's the same thing with a man and a woman. The reason that woman, cares about you and loves you so much and is willing to fucking go crazy about you and shit is because of the things that you've done to her, with her, things that you've said to her, and things that she probably believed, that you were saying out your mouth. You know what I mean? So when shit hits the fan and a nigga like, nah, I'm cool, I don't want to fuck with you no more, or no, you got to go home, or whatever, it's pretty much like a slap in the face, a punch in the face, especially if you with somebody or you've been with somebody thinking that, you guys got something going on. And I'm not taking no sides, but I would definitely say I would love to see receipts. And the reason I say that is because the text messages will show how much, either how much bullshit she was getting fed or how much reality she was getting fed. Because if the text messages come out and the nigga telling her like, yo, we ain't together, nothing, we just fucking, we just kicking, woo, 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 then you got to respect that. But if the messages come out and it's like, I love you, I want you to be my next this, and I want to marry you, and this, that, and this, and you talking all this crazy shit, and then you turn around and tell a bitch that she ain't shit, she got to get the fuck out, she a side bitch, then that's gonna fuck anybody up. That's definitely gonna fuck any woman up. And if a man was in that situation with a woman, that would fuck him up too. So, like I stated, it's definitely, definitely something that you don't want to see. You want to, see good relationships. You want black love. We're all into that shit. And, I'm guessing he felt, his life might have been threatened or, it may have been some violence threatened towards him or something of that nature to make him want to, call the police on her because he literally called the police on her and, wanted to get her out of there and, get her out the house or whatever. So, that's crazy, but it happens. But like I said, I really look at it as, it being an issue of, people just not being 100%. A lot of times that's what it is. A lot of times, we sell dreams. Women sell them, men sell them. We say that we want one thing, we're looking for one thing, and then we get into that position, or we get with the person that, that wanted that thing. We fuck them, kick it with them a little while, and after a while we're like, you know what? I don't even want that shit no more. That shit we was talking about in the beginning, I don't want that no more. I want something else. And leaves that other person like, well, wait a minute, we agreed on this shit. Like we sat and talked about this, and we said that this was what it was going to be, and now you're saying no, nigga. That male or female, anybody would have an attitude and fucking be upset and probably want to go crazy on a nigga after some shit like that, after being lied to and just used, because that's what it boils down to on both sides, men and women. Women use men and men use women. And, a lot of times you don't know you're being used until they're done using you. And, it's unfortunate, but you just have to be able to decipher, being used and, something real. You got to decipher if this is real or if this nigga just, wants some pussy. You got to be able to decipher if this chick is real or if she just here for some dick. You got to be able to decipher that shit. And it's hard to decipher it nowadays because I feel like it's such a plethora of people to choose from. I mean, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Snapchat, you got all these online dating sites. You just have access to men and women at your thumb, at the tip of your thumb. You can just go online and let me try dating. Let me try this website, or let me DM her, or let me hit her on the TikTok. You know what I mean? So I think that's another reason why a lot of us don't stick around and even try to work this shit out, or to be like, oh, you know what, let's see if we can build something here, or we can have something or establish something. Like, a lot of it is like, oh, bitch, what? Yeah. First argument, niggas be like, oh, well, fuck it then. I'm cool. I'm out. Fuck that. I'm cool. I ain't about to deal with this shit. And you be like, well, damn, we just talked for hours about how, we're going to have a relationship, and we're going to talk, and we're going to communicate, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And then no sooner than something happened or we have a disagreement, motherfucker be like, I'm gone. I'm cool. I ain't about to deal with this shit. You be like, well, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Hold up. I thought we already agreed that we are going to deal with this shit, and that we weren't just going to give up on this relationship. But once again, that is, the mentality of a lot of times of one person in a relationship, and it don't be the matching mentality of the other person in the relationship. So, but look, that's just my 2 cents on that DaBaby thing. I mean, I don't see it as being that big of an issue. I see him, I guess, maybe he felt as though she was going to try to do something to him. That's why he went live. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, somebody's been lied to in that situation, and it's probably been her. It probably was the chick, and she feels some type of way. She's hurt. I mean, that shit hurts. And I mean, in my opinion, when you think about as a man, before you go out and break up with your girl, or you tell her she gonna be a side bitch, or whatever the case may be, I mean, just think about how she gonna feel about that first, and then that way when you tell her, soften the blow. You know what I mean? Men or women, if you got to tell your nigga this shit, soften the blow. If you got to tell your chick this shit, soften the blow. You already know that you done lied and told all this bullshit about all these things that you want to have and do with them. You know that was bullshit. So when you come to them with the bullshit and you about to tell them that you don't want to be with them no more and you about to kick them out and all that shit, just soften the blow. Just try to make it as nice as possible and as sweet as possible, and just, make it as cool as possible, because you was wrong. So just be cool about the shit.